Welcome back to Where You Live. I'm Gene Sullivan. With me as my guest co-host is Dan Greenstein with Bernick Lifson. It is now time for the CAI Minute, and it's brought to you by Start to Finish Contracting. Start to Finish provides 24-hour service for all your home and business maintenance needs. Call Start to Finish at 952-259-1219 for your home, for your business, for your peace of mind.
Are you a member of the Community Associations Institute? For nearly 40 years, CAI has provided education and resources to volunteer homeowners who govern community associations and the professionals who support them. Visit caionline.org to learn more. The address again is caionline.org. CAI helps community associations board members by providing online resources, in-person training, and hard copy publications written by association management experts. CAI offers community managers professional development, networking opportunities, and a certification program that is established as the industry standard nationwide. Minnesota has its own chapter of the Community Associations Institute to bring resources and tools from community associations around the country right to your home. Visit www.cai-mn.com to learn more and become a member of CAI today. Your community and management company will benefit from your involvement. Join the Community Associations Institute today at cai-mn.com and click on membership.
And of course, remember, folks, we have also a great resource for you. It's a free subscription, a bi-monthly newsletter called What's New, where a lot of what we talk about on the show is covered in further detail. It's yours free for the asking. Call 952-922-2500. Ask for Courtney to make sure you start receiving your free subscription. And Dan, tell our listeners too, you usually do a lot of seminars. Do you have anything coming up in the near future here with MHA or?
There's a couple articles that we're working on to answer homeowner questions for the next issue of the MHA newsletter. There are no public seminars coming up in the immediate future.
Now, I know you do a lot of writing for MHA. Do you have copies of those articles available for folks?
Yeah, I do have them. They're in the computer.
They're in the computer. Okay, so there's that, but not a place where someone can go online right now?
Anyone can access our website and access some of those articles. And the website is www.bernick, B-E-R-N-I-C-K, Lifson, L-I-F as in Frank, S as in Sam, O-N.com.
Okay, and you're a prolific writer, and you do a great job. I can see why MHA wants to tap you on the shoulder each time.
There are a lot of questions out there from homeowners.
Well, let's deal in our last few minutes here with the Dolphin Tower Condominium Association. Folks, if you remember a couple months back, we talked about Dolphin Towers was suing the insurance company because they refused to pay out on a claim. Well, apparently, it said Dolphin Towers won a legal victory this last week against the insurance company, but they're still in trouble. They seem to go 2 steps forward and 1 step back, Dan. And they are now troubled with a growing exodus of paying residents or members in the association, and the board is fielding expanding criticism of its handling of this crisis and dwindling resources to deal with it. Apparently what is happening now, out of 117 units, up to 36 homeowners are now refusing to pay their monthly assessments to the association, or for a special assessment for a cost of repair. And now new people who are trying to purchase, it gets complicated because FHA comes in and says, hey, wait a minute, your delinquency rate is higher than we want to see, so we're not going to give loans to new people. So the very thing that they need is a new owner for these foreclosed units, but they can't get the financing because people aren't paying their assessments, the people that are there. It it's kind of just going from bad to worse, isn't it?
Well, Gene, it sounds like people that live in this association are unhappy with the actions taken by the board and the association. So even though they're not in foreclosure, even though they apparently have the funds, they're refusing to pay their assessments.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. In the last few minutes of our show here today, people aren't going to always like the decisions that a board makes. But what are some of the things that a board could do to help homeowners to get past a block like this, to get people to be with them instead of fighting against them?
Well, I think I think a couple of things. First of all, it sounds to me we don't know how much money is involved in the insurance claim that they're litigating over. And it seems to me some kind of financial assessment has to be done, because at some point it probably makes more financial sense to not litigate, to make the fixes yourself with the money. At least in that way you know the exact amount you're going to spend, and then get back to normal business. Mm-hmm. One of the things that this article seems to indicate is the costs are just spiraling higher and higher for consultants and attorneys and who knows who else.
It's interesting here. It says that the condo board, who is has the authority to charge delinquent accounts, they're charging them 18% interest plus other fines for not paying this. It seems like their way of coming back to try and deal with this issue is just to push a little bit harder.
Turn that screw.
That's right.
Well, their attorney probably advised them to go ahead and do that. And I'm not really familiar with all of the laws in Florida. Well, what I can tell you is that here in Minnesota, homeowners do not have the right to withhold their assessments simply because they don't like what the board is doing, they don't think they're getting value for the money, or they're unhappy with the services provided. It's an absolute duty to pay those dues, and any action brought against them by the association will be successful.
Yeah. I also think that even though an association board may have the authority to do something, I think it's also necessary for them to show leadership. This may be the right course of action to take, this special assessment, but I think what you need to do is there needs to be a level of transparency, and I would encourage a board to take that extra time. I mean, board members forget they've been dealing with an issue or a problem so long, they forget that they've kind of dealt with that issue. Now they can come to the solution and realize that it makes sense. The other homeowners haven't had that opportunity, and so you need to give them time to buy in to what it is you as a board member know will be the solution.
Well, not only that, but even though they have the authority to approach this problem by raising the interest rate on delinquent accounts and going after the delinquent account holders, why not have a vote of the entire membership? They don't have to have a vote to take this kind of action, but it seems to me they've got such conflict going on over the insurance claim, over delinquent homeowners refusing to pay. Why not have an ownership vote? Let all the owners decide which way they should go.
I agree. Dan, we are out of time. Like always, thanks so much for joining
My pleasure.
today.
My pleasure.
Folks, thanks for joining us today on Where You Live. join us next Sunday. Until then, have a great week. We'll see you next week right here on Where You Live.